I don't care what. Thank you, friends. Thanks a million. Wishes, warm and warming, have been pouring in all day today on my birthday, and I'm absolutely overwhelmed. I thought I might as well give something back. Many of you have been requesting me for something particular for a long time, and it's high time I give it. Excuse me. And the request has been a slightly strange one. You've been asking me for a tool, a mild one, to get rid, to erase permanently your mild fears. A quick to use, simple tool, not very, one moment please, not very powerful, but it should work on mild fears. You people have been telling me you don't have panic attacks and phobia, a mild but easy tool. I'm going to give you that today with a couple of disclaimers. Disclaimer one, once you understand exactly what to do step by step, for the rest of your life, it's as easy as that. And it takes 20 seconds or so, maybe 30, each time you use it. And that's all. But today's call will be very intense intellectually. And I would request you to shut down all distractions, close all other tabs you may have open on your device, lock up the dog in another room if that's what your ecosystem's like. Talk to your spouse and your kids. Tell them you need to concentrate for half an hour, 10 minutes, whatever time this call takes. It'll be worth it. I'm giving you exactly what some of you asked for, but with these two disclaimers. It'll be a little intense getting the hang of it the first time and doing it for the first time here on this call with me. After that, it's like this. I am known as the trainer who takes 30,000 foot knowledge and brings it down to 3 feet where you can actually use it. And I'm not about to lose that reputation which accidentally got created somehow. I'm going to live up to it always. So if you're ready, you can pause the video, get ready, concentrate, and come back. Good. And I hope you've chosen one mild fear that you want to attack right now, today with me on this call. You can later on apply it to anything. If you haven't, pause the video, please choose it. The first one, okay, good, back. Right, now, please choose one thought which you're 100% sure of, not 99.9. Example. For most people on the planet, the one that fits the bill best is, are you 100% sure that you're a woman or a man? For some people, some of our friends, that would be a little less than 100%. So it could be, for example, if the sun rises on planet Earth, it does so only in the east. There could be a million different choices. You pick what is 100% for you and what you feel identify strongly with. identify strongly with it. The word is identify. You may pause the video, get this bit done. It's not about analysis. It's already there in you. Feel it. Be quiet inside. Inside. Let it come up to the surface. Get it done. Come back to the video. And I assume you're back with that one thought ready, which you're 100% sure of. Now, suppose I'm not here. I'm on a terrace. It's twilight or early in the morning, and I've just had a nice nap, good sleep. I'm a little pleasantly sleepy. I'm not feeling tired or anything, but I'm sitting there on a deck chair on the terrace in a blank state of mind. Not quite thinking of anything in particular, blank state of mind. Around the building, I'm on the terrace on the roof. Around the building, there are trees. There are birds in the trees. I'm not looking at the birds. I can hear birds in the distance. I'm in a blank state of mind, looking at the blue but slightly darkening sky in front, enjoying the silence, blank mind. You are 100% sure you're a man or a woman. My friends, when I did that to you, in that split second before you actually started thinking, reasoning analytically, logically, before you had time to think, when you only felt, when I surprised you with that, or if you're 100% sure thought was something else, if this was done to you, somebody crept up behind you on that terrace and reminded you of your feeling of certainty that you are fill in the blank, whatever that thought is, sunrise in the east. What's the first thing that will flash into your mind? Is it an image? An image, a vision. Is it a sound, set of sounds? Is it some self-talk in any language, human language in the world? Self-talk can be voiced. You can hear your own voice, not anybody else's. Self-talk playing somewhere, or it can be unvoiced. Or is it a sensation in the body somewhere? It's going to be one of these things, not more than one. Anyone, I don't know what it is. This is not analysis. It's already there in you. You got to feel it. Example, in my case, let's take that thought about being a man. If you surprise me with it, and the thought floods into my mind, before I start thinking, what I'll see is a vision of a white shriveling at the level of my forehead, straight ahead, little more than arm's length, this of a distance from my forehead. As you can see, it doesn't have to have any logic. It's what's already there. A shriveling, for those of you who are not from India, is a kind of phallic symbol in some of our temples where we don't have an idol in the temple, but that's usually black. I see a white shriveling, and where on earth it came there from in front of my forehead, I don't know. I don't care. That's the representation in my brain circuitry of that thought feeling. Yeah, I'm 100% sure that. Blah, blah. One of these four things it's going to be an image, some sound or sounds, self-talk, voiced or unvoiced. If there is a voice in the sound, it's going to be somebody else's voice, not yours. Self-talk, voiced or unvoiced, and, or it's going to be a sensation somewhere in the body. You don't need to disclose, reveal to anybody, not even me, what it is, where it is. You get clear on it. Pause the video, feel it, get it done. I'm working with your brain neurology, you see. I assume you're done and back. Good. Now, you know what it is. You need to also know where the location. So I said, there's a shivering. I also told you where it is. Is that experience, that component, vision, sound, self-talk, or sensation, somewhere in your body or somewhere outside? If inside, where? Occupying how much space? What exactly is the sensation like? Can you describe it? Register it. Remember it. If it's outside, in which direction is it coming from and from how far? Then the nature, the details. If it's sound, pitch, volume, timbre, etc. Everything. The location and the details of that experience. It'll be one of those four components, but the details. And I'll wait for you here. As I promised, it's going to take time. It's going to take intellectual work only today, not for the rest of your life. It's going to be like this. If you've understood it by the end of this video. Otherwise, feel free to get in touch with me on a personal window of some kind. I'll make it clear. I've explained this to thousands of people. The only challenge is in understanding it, nothing else, I guarantee. I repeat my disclaimer. Please do not use it on severe acute fears, panic attacks, phobia. If there are side effects, I'm not responsible. You asked something specific, my friend. Mild fears permanently erased. I'll give you exactly that. Right. Done. Ready with it? Come back to that mild fear you chose, which we're going to now remove or begin removing permanently. Same thing. When you suddenly start feeling that fear, you were not expecting to feel it. The situation surprises you. Before you start thinking, what comes into your mind? It'll be different from that, I am sure, thought. Very different. The component may be different too, or it may be the same, but the details will be different. Image, sound, self-talk, or sensation in the body. You don't have to disclose anything to anyone. I will not take this call. I'm attending to you now. Right. The details and the location. In my case, most of my mild fears and slightly, I don't have very acute fears, but most of them are sensations in the front part of my body, in the torso. But where? In the abdomen, in the diaphragm area, or higher up? What is the sensation? Most of them are contracting feelings or drying up feelings. Get clear on yours. I'll wait for you. And when you're done, now comes it. In your imagination, just feel this, live it, experience it. You relocate, take that fear sensation. I can imagine taking that sensation in my body, which I feel here somewhere, when I feel that fear, and putting it on top of that shivering. Relocate, transplant it, take it, whatever it is, from wherever it is, and put it right on top of wherever, whatever is that fear representation for you. Transplant it, put it right on top, impose it. And just quietly feel, experience whatever happens for 20 seconds. We'll do it for 10 seconds on this call. We'll do it for 10 seconds on this call. Well, we actually use it in real life without me doing it for 20 seconds. What happened? Strange things can happen. I don't know what happened to you. Sometimes when I do this, I feel that that fear component gets shredded, torn over there. Sometimes it gets forcefully bounced back over there. It just won't stay there. There can be somebody sometimes having an experience saying, nothing happened. that nothing is also something. I'll prove it to you. Now let's test it. I'll prove it to you. Try, if you've understood everything and done it with me so far. Now, try to feel that fear, re-experience it at the same intensity as before, the maximum intensity. Able to do so? Now, why are you able to experience it at all? The reduction is permanent and the reduction will go to zero. I'll tell you what, to be very simple. Every time you think a thought or feel a feeling, what happens is one brain cell, like a spray gun in the Indian festival of Holi, it sprays it squirts neurochemicals onto another brain cell. Listen to this. Then that hardens, it's called gelatin, and joins these two cells physically. And that joining is the circuit in your body, in your memory, which represents that thought feeling, the memory. You repeat more or less approximately the same thought or feeling another time. And what happens is, and again, it squirts. It adds a layer. It's like adding bricks in the outside of a wall. You remember medieval buildings that you've been to? Before they had technology about, these RCC codes and TMT and all these things. When the building would stay up on the strength of the bricks, do you remember how thick those walls and pillars used to be? I don't even see pillars nowadays anyway. The walls are not so thick. The modern buildings don't stay up on the walls. So you can strengthen a wall by adding bricks on the outside. That's what you're doing. What is a belief? It's a thought you've thought and identified with often enough. What is a habit? Something you've done often enough. It's difficult for you to define that pattern anymore. You've been adding layers of bricks. How many years? How many million layers are there? We have short-circuited a part of your brain and burned some of those layers of that circuit. Now you have it. Now it will take you 20, 30 seconds each time. 20 if it's the same fear, because you know the representation of the fear component and the location, and of the I am sure thought. 30 if you have to do those two again. One of them again, the fear. Maybe the I'm sure component is ready, but you would like done. But it has to be 100%. So it may take you a few days or a few months doing it every day. Don't do it more than once or twice a day. If you're not young, if you're an old person above 65, don't do it more than once every alternate day, I'm sorry. And you're doing it for the first time today, aren't you? If so, if possible, have some kind of a fruit tonight before you go to bed. You see, you're young. You're not feeling any strain doing this. What did you do? Nothing. You sat down and listened to me and did something in your mind. But there is a strain. I'm burning up cells in your brain. Drink a lot of water. Eat some food today. Don't use it on phobia, please. Until you cannot feel that fear at any intensity, it becomes zero. And whatever change you achieve, whatever reduction is permanent. So my friends, on my birthday, I have given you what you wanted, and I really am overwhelmed with all the wishes pouring in from everywhere. Stay safe. Actually, 2020, 17th of May, we're in the middle of the harshest lockdown in the world in India. Corona times. So I'm a little curious. I'm a little concerned. How are you coping? Do let me know. Thank you.